Bam! Watch out now, watch out now. Howdy, hey guys, welcome back. We got another video, man. So in today's video, we're gonna be working on my wife's 2013 Chevrolet Traverse. And the issues that we've been having with this vehicle is every time we go and fill it up with gas, we have a hard time getting it cranked back, getting it started back after you fill it up with gas. And I have a check engine light, so what we're gonna go do is we're gonna go ahead and run the codes and see what kind of codes we're getting and see what's going on with it. Before we get started, man, make sure y'all go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you go ahead and do all of that down there. I'm gonna wait for a little while for you. All right, that should be enough time. Appreciate y'all guys supporting and viewing into this channel. We're gonna go ahead and get into it and see what kind of check engine light we got. Be right back. Bam! All right guys, so what I have here is a OBD2 scanner, and make sure you have one of these. You don't have to have this particular brand. This is just what I have. It was affordable and cheap at the time that I purchased it. You can get scanners for as cheap as $20 off of Amazon and other locations and places. You can buy cheap OBD2 scanners. And what you're able to do with these scanners is when you have a check engine light, you can pretty much check and see what codes that you have on your check engine light to see what's causing your check engine light. And make sure when you purchase a scanner that your scanner has a function to erase codes. Don't buy a scanner that you cannot erase codes. You want to be able to erase codes, because I don't think the parts store will erase your codes for you. I think they'll check it, but I don't think they will erase it. So make sure you buy a scanner that you can erase codes. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and get this scanner plugged up and see what's going on with this vehicle. Be right back. All right guys, so if you can see right under the steering wheel beside the emergency brake pedal, that's where our OBD2 port is on this particular vehicle. So what you want to do is you want to grab your plug for your scanner and you want to plug it right into that OBD2 port. All right, so now that we have that plugged in, we can go back to the scanner real quick. And once you have the scanner plugged in to the OBD2 port, now you're actually able to get power to the scanner. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our key, put our key in ignition, and turn our key to the on position. Once you have your key to the on position, we'll take our scanner and we'll go to diagnostics. I don't know if you'll be able to see. We'll go to diagnostics, enter in system, monitoring status. So it's just going through its checks. We'll just wait for it to load up and tell us what's going on. And let's go into read codes. Current DTC. And we have one code, which is a P0496 code. And what it tells us is it's evaporative emission system high purge flow. And pretty much, if you do the research and you look it up online, it's telling you that your purge valve is malfunctioning, which I think your purge valve is actually what takes it puts a vacuum onto your charcoal canister, which is near your gas tank, for like EVAP type fumes and stuff. So that purge valve puts a vacuum on your charcoal canister to eliminate the vapors or something like that, something similar to that. Not really sure fully, but this is the code that we read. That's what the description says. I don't know if the camera picks it up. The camera, if it can't pick it up, it's an evaporative emission system high purge flow. And if you can see there where it says 1 of 1, it says 1 of 1 because we only have one code. If we had 10 codes, this would say 1 of 10. So because we only have one code, that's the code that it gives us. And again, that's a P0496 code, which you already know that because that's why you clicked on this video. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and erase this code And the reason that we want to go ahead and erase this code is so we don't have to come back to the scanner once we fix the issue. So to erase the code, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press escape, and that's gonna carry me back to the main menu I was at. I'm gonna press escape one more time, and you see there where it says erase codes. I'm gonna go to that. I'm gonna click OK, and it says here clear/reset emissions related diagnostics information. Are you sure? We're gonna click OK. Then it says please turn ignition on with the engine off. Press the enter key to continue. So we're gonna press OK, which is the enter key. Emissions related diagnostic informations have been cleared. So pretty much that's just telling us that our codes are clear and we're good to go. And we can turn our ignition back off again. So our codes are clear at this moment. And with this particular vehicle, my wife loves the actual remote start function, but if you have a check engine light, that function is disabled. So I want to get this issue clear up and fixed so she's able to start her car while she's in the house and get it warm and get it ice and cold or whatever she wants. So we'll go ahead outside under the hood to this purge valve, and I'll show you guys how to get that replaced and get this issue fixed. Be right back. All right, guys, so this is your purge valve, which is probably a cover that you see that I don't have on my engine, but it's a cover. Once you remove that cover, your purge valve will be right under that cover. And to get you a higher view so that you can tell exactly where it's at, your intake is here and your purge valve is here. All right, so the first thing you want to do is this green tab here. This is like a quick connect disconnect button. So if you press that button in, you'll be able to remove this hose. So once you have that hose removed, this electrical connection here, it's a tab on this side. You press that tab, pull that connector out, and on the back side, I think it's a 10mm bolt. We'll go ahead and get that 10mm bolt taken off. All right, guys, so that's our purge valve. Once we remove that wiring harness there and that hose there, it's a 10mm bolt on the back side, which is located right there. We'll take a socket and wrench, go to that 10mm bolt, righty tighty, lefty loosey, break it free. And guys, this video won't be long at all. This is a really short, quick fix. It's not hard, doesn't take long. The longest part is going to the parts store to pick up the actual part itself. That's the bolt that comes out. Set that bolt out the way. And the only thing that's holding this in is a rubber gasket on the end of it. All you want to do is pull it out, and that rubber gasket, which is that green gasket, that's it. So we'll go ahead and get our new one out the box. So what we're going to do is get our new one, which is here, and you can put a little bit of like oil or something on that rubber gasket just to make it fit a little better. So I got a little bit of oil because I had an oil leak there. We just rub a little bit on this oil ring, and we'll take it and slide it right in here. All right, then we take our bolt that they provided, the new one that they provided. Since our package came with a new one, we'll start it. Once you get it started, the same thing you took to loose it, you take that same tool, which is, in our case, we have a 10mm socket with a ratchet 1/4 inch drive. We'll tighten it back up. All right, now guys, you don't have to, tighten that down tight. You know, that's just plastic. You just need it tight enough to hold. We'll reinstall this electrical connection, which is here. And if you notice, the tab goes facing us. Slide that in. Once it clipped back in place, we'll take the hose, and you won't have to push the button because it's an automatic lock. So all you have to do is push the hose on and it locks itself on. And that's the install, guys. All we have to do is go to the gas station and fill up, and we should see a difference. All right, guys, so that's basically the end of the video. I know it was short, but I just wanted it to be short and to the point. So if you have that P0496 code that you get, either if you went to the parts store or you looked at it on your own scanner, if you had that code, your issue will be this purge solenoid. And like I said, symptoms of this is basically going to the gas station and filling your vehicle up with gas, and it being hard to start back. It being really hard to start back. In our case, when we did get it started back, it starts sputtering, and it seems like it's like misfiring or something, or running out of gas, until it actually builds up pressure back, and it'll run fine after that. But that should fix your issue. And once you erase that code like we already done, you shouldn't have that check engine light anymore, at least for that problem. Now, if you have other issues, you still will have that check engine light. But if that's your only issue, that should fix your issue. I thank you guys for watching our videos. I hope you go ahead and like it, subscribe to our channel, comment in the video, and make sure y'all share it. Thank you guys, and guess what? Peace.